We've been hearing how the Pacers use the box and one to shut down the Warriors' offense. So I'm going to have a look down the stretch. The Warriors come out with a high pick and roll. This is what everyone's been begging for. So you have two Pacers going to Steph. Nice angle on this pass so Draymond can get past Sabonis. Now you're going to have a 4-on-3. These guys are attached to shooters. Mulder in this corner, Damian Lee on this corner. Wiseman's in the dunker spot. So none of these defenders can really help without getting punished. So Draymond gets all the way in. This is not a bad play. This defender stunts by coming over to challenge, but then trying to recover out to his man. So Draymond just has a completely open dunk, which he blows. I don't think you can blame the Pacers' defense for that. So Damian Lee comes up with the rebound. Great play. So now it's a reset to get it back to Steph. So Wiseman is stepping up to put a screen on this guy. Steph's going to drive past. So this man comes up to trap Steph. I think Wiseman and Steph still need to build chemistry as to what happens when Steph gets doubled. Because if Wiseman is over here, then Steph can pass to him, and with this momentum, he should be able to dunk over Sabonis, or at least pass off to Draymond. But instead, he's over here, and it's kind of harder for Steph to throw him the pass. And even if he does, Wiseman is all the way out here, so I think there's still something to be worked out there, spacing-wise, on the roll. This defender has come in, so he's giving Mulder a lot of space, and I think he's cheating in, just in case Steph gets a pass to Wiseman. Steph says, okay, that means Mulder's going to be free here if I can swing a pass to him. So there's the long hook pass. It's not bad, an open shot for an NBA player. And he just misses. That's life. Next trip down, high pick and roll. This is what the fans want. That's not a bad pick by Draymond. Steph has Sabonis ISO'd. I don't think these guys are going to help. Again, shooter, shooter, dunker. Sabonis does a pretty good job staying in front of Steph, which allows the trailer to come all the way back. Draymond is not even in the picture. I don't know what he's up to. So Steph's trying... Oh, okay. Steph goes for a kind of hard layup. Sabonis just got to delay Steph long enough for the trailer to come double team Steph. I think that's why Steph was feeling this pressure to attack forward and get to the basket, and the Draymond is essentially off the map here. So this is the downside of the super high pick and roll if Draymond doesn't follow the play. Okay, on this play, the Pacers really are playing a box and one. So you see the box, and here's the one. So this fella's gonna follow Steph everywhere. Steph gets a small advantage with this really cool dribble move. This defender is expecting high pick and roll again. After all, that's happened the last few plays. He is charging hard to try to follow Steph around the screen, and Steph does this subtly beautiful behind the back dribble to suddenly reverse. There's the behind the back, and now he's now on the side of his defender. He could just blow by him. Unfortunately, there's this defender here. In theory, there's an advantage over here on the weak side, but I think Steph is attacking the strong side. He says, I have advantage here. I'm going to attack this man and make him lean towards me. So Steph does make this defender come, so he's now double teamed. Wiggins is just going to try to ISO him and drive by him. Not the worst play. It would have worked. He does get by Miles Turner, and then he has a layup. The problem is Sabonis rotates to him and contests the shot. You have two people on the weak side. It was already a 2-on-1, remember? Now we've got Damian Lee and Kelly Oubre open because of the Sabonis rotation. I think Sabonis timed it pretty well. Here he gets it. There's the layup, but he gets met. So if he had slow motion and this camera view, then he could have seen there are two people open. That's hard to do in real time, but with more practice, he's going to see that. So this play is pretty good. So if Wiggins had made the pass, then the Warriors would have had an open three again, which is not bad. So I wouldn't say the box and one is exactly shutting down the Warriors. Draymond just rips that. So Steph does his patented side Steph and lets the defender fly by, and he would have had an open three here except with this extreme hustle by this defender. I think he must have been leaking out for a dunk or something, and he came all the way back to contest this. Steph senses that he's coming, which is really good, so that makes him drive, and this is a floater that Steph is very capable of hitting. On the defensive side, the Pacers are hitting these beautiful contested threes. So the defense seems to be these four guys stay in this tight 2-2 zone unless someone comes up to set a pick for Steph, in which case you defend the pick and roll by trapping Steph. So it's kind of a hybrid box and one. So Steph is saying, okay, this man is not leaving me for love or money here. So you see Steph running over, and it is... You can't tell whether Steph is going to cut or try to come up here to get the ball or do something funny. He does none of the above. Instead, he just puts a back screen on this guy because Damian Lee is over here. The defender here is very much watching Steph, and he is not wanting to leave this zone. So Damian Lee can just step over here, get a pass from Draymond, and have an open three. That's what happens. Steph is essentially screening two men over here. That's an open three. I know it's a little scary with Miles Turner coming out, but I don't think that's a bad shot. Next possession down, the Warriors try something different. Draymond tries attacking fast. This corner of the box is going to stay over here because Steph is coming down here, so Wiggins can float to the wing and he can hit Wiggins, and then that'll give Wiggins a one-on-one against Miles Turner in space. So he does get the pass through despite some very nice crazy arms defense. I don't know if a Wiggins-Miles Turner ISO is super optimal, and just in case it isn't, Draymond is going to cut right through the soft spot. If he cuts fast, he's going to get past this defender, and these defenders are going to have to make a choice whether to help. So there's the pass, not a great pass, but it does get through. Wiggins surveys the scene. Draymond, there's the cut. That's a good rotation by this defender. And then we have Sabonis behind here too. So this play seems kind of doomed. Draymond does go up for the layup, and that's just really good defense. A foul is initially called, but then it turns into a review and a jump ball, which given the personnel on the floor, a jump ball is a turnover. You can see the Pacers are staying in their box and one. The Warriors are going to counter with this double flat screen across the top. Steph's just going to cut across. Good screen by Wiggins. The Pacers scheme seems to be box and one unless Steph gets a screen. Whoever's defending the screener has to go and blitz Steph. This defender shot all the way up to help the trailer. Wiggins is now open. Steph is about to run three guys into Draymond's screen here. Oh, I remember what happens. Draymond is going to get called for a moving screen here, which is too bad because Draymond is screening a majority of the Pacers team here. As soon as Steph turns the corner, he's going to be able to pass to Wiggins, especially if Wiggins can just start cutting with him. And then you're going to have a 2-on-1 over here. This play was very promising. So he turns the corner. Draymond, he is moving. Gets his butt over, pivots a little bit, and he gets called for the moving screen. Well, it's looking bad for the good guys. Some people have mentioned that Kelly Oubre has come up a lot in these videos doing negative things, so I'm just not going to comment on the last play. So in conclusion, box and one. You can't argue with the results, but the Warriors had plenty of good shots, and even the times they had contested shots, there were better shots available just in the offense as it is. So I'm interested to see how the Warriors play box and one in the future. They'll probably introduce a couple more set plays against it, which will be good because the team is so new together that it's hard for them to improvise